give her baby.
The gun, I'ma carry it. God, yeah.
Come on, man. You the champ. Got the intro.
Yo! What's good, Die Hard?
It's good, boys.
This is UFC 292.
292.
Sean O'Malley versus Aljo. Bunch of other good fights on there. Sadly, Cody is off, but
Yeah.
we gonna talk about it today. So let's get it.
I miss her right there. I miss her.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, huh? It's been 2 fight cards.
Just one.
See, you got the champ on the first go, right? But
I didn't defend.
But you didn't defend.
I didn't defend.
So you're a fake champ.
Right.
Okay, I'm just making that clear.
So now you only have one title defense under your belt.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm about to get 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I mean, some would say you won the title off flukiness. I mean,
I don't care. I won the title. You had bad things as well. So
Right. I'm trying to think back to the last fight card.
I mean, if you're talking about last fight card, even Izzy said
remember.
Alex should have won.
I can't remember the
That's
last
the fight.
card.
That was the fight that said it all. It was.
I rewatched the fight. Yeah, I give it to Alex. I don't remember. I don't think that's what screwed me though.
We only had 3 fights. I think they were valid. You won one, or no, we only had.
We both Dustin's fight was off. We both had the same.
You won
predictions.
Bobby Green.
I won Bobby Green.
Did you win Bobby?
I won Bobby Green.
Yeah, and then
No, I didn't.
I don't remember what fight we went.
We both went Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. What did you go? We both went Kevin. You went Kevin decision though, huh?
No, I went Kevin finish. You went Kevin decision. Yeah, I remember. You went Kevin decision. I went Kevin. I remember. Okay, so the first one, what was the first fight? Kevin Holland. I had Kevin Holland finish in the second round or some shit like that. Finish. No. It didn't even matter. I had Kevin Holland at finish. You had Kevin Holland at decision.
Mm-hmm.
Then I remember you had Tony Ferguson first round knockout.
Mm-hmm.
I had Tony decision.
Right, and we both
Didn't
lost
matter.
that though.
I had Jan. You had
Alex.
Pierre. So that made the tie.
Yeah, and then we said that tie, no matter what, that I would win. Like the belt holder would win.
Right.
I just want to go back and double check that that's what it was the Kevin Holland fight.
So you're like Aljo right now.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
we can say that.
a bunch of split decisions.
We can say that.
But we'll get to Aljo later. Hey,
What's up?
some people are saying Aljo win this fight.
Oh, he got it.
He the greatest bantamweight of all time. That's what people are. That's what
Yeah.
the street's saying.
I mean, he had a bunch of fluky, but he beat Henry pretty fair and square.
Yeah.
If he gets this fight, he'll be up there in the talk. I don't know about greatest, but he'll be up there in the talk for sure.
I thought about what he said about TJ. You know, people discredited him for beating TJ with the hurt shoulder. But
Yeah, I went Kevin decision.
is it Aljo's fault that TJ thought that he could knock Aljo out with the dislocated shoulder?
Right.
I mean, when he fought Cody and won the title, his shoulder was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
KO'd Cody twice. So he went into Aljo fight thinking he could do the same thing. Aljo mauled him. I mean, he was a one-armed man, but Aljo still mauled him.
Right.
I'm not going to discredit him for it, but I'm not going to give him praise for it. But I'm not going to discredit him for it. It's not your fault.
Mm-hmm. He just has a
Peter
couple,
Yan, you didn't come to fight.
pretty big asterisks in my opinion on his wins. We've talked about that before in a previous video. I think it was actually his last fight with Henry that we talked about that.
He's on, I think he has the second largest win streak right now in the UFC.
Mm-hmm. Behind Islam.
He's beaten guys like, give me a second. He's beaten guys, Henry. I'm thinking of his last few fights. Henry,
Peter,
TJ,
Cody.
Corey Sandhagen.
I mean, yeah, Corey, not Cody.
So those are nice names, but like
It's just the ways.
To say you're up there in
Yeah.
like, the greatest bantamweight talk of all time.
Right. We got
Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw.
TJ. Henry's been fly.
Even
he just came up to Bantam, huh?
who? Yeah.
Henry. Okay, that was in.
I think he might have had 2 or 3 fights at Bantam.
Mm.
And he beat TJ at Fly though.
Yeah.
And that's when TJ was on EPO. But
And he was super skinny.
yeah. I'm trying to think like that's not good enough.
Nah.
That's not good enough.
You'll be up there in the talk.
Like Dominic
But
Cruz.
top is maybe a little far.
He's a 2-time bantamweight champion. Tore his knees up, recovered, came back, and beat TJ Dillashaw to get his title back. TJ Dillashaw bounced back after that loss, knocked out Cody, who knocked out Dominic Cruz to gain his title back, then gave him a rematch and knocked him out again a round earlier.
Dom might not have the same ways to win as you, but he will beat you up for all 5 rounds if he wants.
Greatest bantamweight talk is just I don't understand it. Like I would really have to like somebody would have to argue that down low. Like I'm not understanding the greatest bantamweight. That shit does not make sense. Like I fuck with Aljo. You gonna see how much I fuck with Aljo by the end of this video. But
I'll give him top 3. I don't know if he gets.
hard.
I don't know if he gets 1 or 2 though. I can see top
hard.
3. I give him top 3 behind. I'll go
it's hard.
Dom and then TJ, and then Aljo is my top 3. If he wins this fight, of course.
And I don't mean just win it.
You gotta maul this man. You gotta maul this man.
Finish him. So I don't know. But today we're gonna be previewing and predicting UFC 292. This is your first time here. Hey, how you doing? Where have you been? Look up the card while I go over the rules real quick, please. All right, so rules for the we're competing for that title right there. Blake is the only man to ever defend his title. I was the first ever champion, didn't defend it. I defended it, but I lost. And now he has a defense on his belt, so he has a 1-up on me now. So, I mean, eventually, sooner or later, I'm going to hold the record for most title defenses in a row. I'm going to be the Anderson Silva of this shit. And this is the card where I truly believe I get my title back.
It's a pretty tough card.
So, let me tell you.
It was a tough card for me to sit here and think about and write my predictions down. So, it's a good possibility.
So, with our predictions, the way we compete for the belt is we each predict all 5 main card fights. Okay? I'm not going to look at that paper because I don't want to get spoiled. Oh, that's the format. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, so we predict each fight on the main card, right? First, we go by winner. If we both choose the same winner, for instance, if we both pick Chris Weidman, we would go, is it a finish or is it a decision? If you both say finish, I butcher it every fucking time. If we both say finish it, if we both say finish, is it a KO or is it a submission? If we both say the type of finish, then we would have to pick, is it past the 2-minute and 30-second mark in that round or before 2 minutes and 30 seconds in a round, right? If we both say decision, is it unanimous or is it split? Yeah.
And that is that.
Yeah.
So you want to start with this prelim?
That's for the main card, okay? Now, if there's a tie after the main card, we do predict the prelims. We're going to do it first, though. We're going to predict the main event of the prelims. Now, this fight means absolutely nothing unless there is a tie in the main card. Now, if Blake is up 2-1 on the main card and I get the prelims right,
does not matter.
And at the end of the day, if everything ends in a tie, the champion retains. That's the rules.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Chris Weidman, Brad Tavares.
What's going on with the brightness? Oh, my fucking God. That shit fuck with me. I'll make do, though. Okay.
I can turn it up real quick.
It's fine. Tell her to tape. Chris Weidman coming back finally after that gruesome leg injury against Uriah Hall. Going against Brad Tavares. Now, both these guys are sketchy, okay? We'll tell her to tape. 15-6 for Chris Weidman, 19-9 for Brad Tavares. They're both coming off a loss. Chris Weidman with
Brad's
1
coming
inch.
off 2 of them.
Yeah. Chris Weidman with 1 inch in height, 4 inches in reach. Did not know that. Okay. Now, Brad Tavares is coming off some losses. I want to say some KOs, right?
Yeah.
DDP KO'd him and somebody else KO'd him.
DDP and Bruno Silva.
And Chris Weidman, he's a veteran of the game, right? But if you really look at him, he hasn't been in a lot of fights. So you'll think he has a lot of mileage. He doesn't. For instance, let's see. He beat Anderson Silva. Damn, I am kind of going down far, but hold on. He beat Anderson Silva in 2013. I thought it was 2015. Damn, he has had some fights there. Never mind. Still gonna go over. He beat Anderson Silva in
He beat him twice.
2013. The second time he fought Anderson Silva, that's when he broke his leg. Right? That's since 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights since 2013. That's not even a fight a year on average. Now, I'm not gonna penalize him for the last 2 years because I mean he's been going through injuries his whole career, but he just broke his leg. Like the bitch broke, like it's dangling. So obviously you're not just gonna jump back. But if we just say from 2021, from 2013 to 2021, you only had 8 fights. That's averaging 1 fight a year. It's not a lot of mileage. But age still is gonna play an effect. And I don't know how he looks after this leg injury. I just don't know. What I do know is Chris Weidman is a wrestler. He's always been a wrestler at heart. He's a grappler. But the losses Brad Tavares has had, they're not bad losses.
Mm-mm.
They're bad losses because you're getting KO'd. But
Right.
these guys they're knockout artists. So it's really about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But let's just get into the prediction, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is an instance where we both pick different winners. See, I was on the fence. Okay. I thought if Brad Tavares wins, it's a KO.
Mm-hmm.
It's a KO. I went Chris Weidman though. This is an instance to where nothing else matters.
Yeah.
We both picked 2 different winners, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about my Chris Weidman pick though. Me mentioning Chris Weidman's a grappler. He's a wrestler. I have him winning by a decision, a very close decision. But see, Tavares has heavy hands, but I know Weidman's a grinder and he's a hustler. So I see this very clinch heavy against the cage. Clinch heavy, grinding, hustling. I want to say he has a 46% takedown accuracy. 47. That's really good. With a 65 takedown defense. But on the other hand, Brad Tavares has an 80% takedown defense. So it's tough. But as you can see, Chris Weidman shoots way more. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I have Chris Weidman by decision.
Like you said, I think if Brad goes out there, it's going to be a knockout if he wins.
Yeah.
I just feel like that boy going to stand there and bang him up.
Okay, so now we
didn't
know
how to go about it. I just had to go Brad.
Now we know we definitely have. If main card ends in a tie, we know we definitely have a tiebreaker. 100%. That's fun. That makes things fun. All right, on to the main card. My dog, Marlon Chito Vera versus Pedro Munoz. My dog. Probably one of my favorite fighters
ever.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite fighters.
Coming off a loss though.
I love his grit. I just like the way that he goes for the kill, but it's not consistent enough for me.
Yep, he can stand there and lose a round or 2 and then heat up.
And in fights like this, if it's a 3-round fight, he does not have the advantage. He's a slow starter. His style is very, very based on I have to catch you. A lot of the times he catches you. But if he doesn't, and you move around enough, and you're crafty enough, he will be chasing you. And if you can make him chase you, and can't, because he likes to plant. If you can make him chase you, you're going to beat him. It is what it is. But he has power in every single limb. Another thing about him is I'm about to rip him apart. I like him, but I'm about to rip him apart. His wrestling defense is terrible. I mean,
he gets taken down so much.
He is
easily.
Like, he doesn't try to defend him because I guess he's so confident in his jiu-jitsu. But your jiu-jitsu is not that good. He has very, very, very good submissions. I'm not going to say that it's not that good, but it's not that good to where you could just afford to give up a takedown.
Yeah, you're not a Charles.
Like you're a Charles Oliveira. No, that's not the case. You ready to predict? Wow, this is the first time back to back. Okay, you got Cheeto winning the decision.
Cause he won.
You want to talk about it?
I don't think he'll get a knockout or a sub. I just know if Cheeto gets in his mood and he pieces you up,
he got to get in his groove. He has to get in his groove. Yes.
I gave him a 29-28, thinking he gonna lose the first round, cause he barely ever wins the first round unless he goes out there striking like crazy and knocks you out. So I got him on a decision, losing the first round, 29-28.
Okay, I have the exact same thing, just Pedro Munoz. I have Pedro Munoz winning a unanimous decision, 29-28. I have Pedro winning the first 2 rounds, actually.
Yeah.
That's how I have it going.
Yeah.
I have Pedro winning the first 2 rounds, and then Cheeto coming out realizing, oh, shit, I'm behind.
I need a knockout, just like he did last fight.
Yeah, and he's going to march forward, and he's going to show flashes of how he can probably put Pedro's lights out. Might even hurt him. But it's too little, too late. At this point in his career, bro, if you want to be a title contender, bro, I need some more urgency.
Yeah. Like, we need knockouts.
Yeah. This isn't a 5-round fight where
or
you can
getting
do that.
these fights done all 3 rounds.
And then the last time it was a 5-round fight against Corey Sandhagen. And he still lost. But Corey Sandhagen, in my opinion, is a top 3 bantamweight in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I have Corey Sandhagen. Oh, wow. I have it Aljo.
As of right now or all time?
No, right now. As the rankings are.
Yeah.
I have Aljo.
I don't even know if I want to do that because I wanted to see Umar fight. And I didn't get to see Umar fight.
Right.
So I don't know where I can list him.
I have Aljo, Corey, and Marab. That's how I have it.
Above
right
Sean?
now.
No Sean?
No Sean. But those guys are really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's not a knock to Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get into Sean later. But Pedro's not flashy at all. He's not flashy. He's a vet. Marlon's a vet too. But Pedro's not flashy in the slightest. He's a point fighter. I mean, it is what it is. Pedro's not a fast starter either, but he's faster than Cheeto. Pedro's faster than Cheeto. Cheeto's not fast, actually. He's slow. Pedro's faster than Cheeto. Pedro has the wrestling game if he needs to. He's not a ground and pounder, but he can take you down. Pedro's faster. He can move. His low calf kicks are disgusting. I mean, those long limbs of Cheeto, if he catches, Pedro's chin isn't the best.
That's some power behind them legs, bro.
But I just didn't see Cheeto start slow.
He got power everywhere, though.
So many times, and it's like, Pedro's smart enough, he's not going to move around. I would love to see Cheeto actually come out with urgency and realize, okay, I need to change my ways, but...
He's a killer, bro.
Yeah. I love him. But in his 3 rounds...
Yeah, you got to be on your game right away, or it's a wrap.
I don't think his coaches are real enough with him.
Right.
After the first round, you go down 1, and you clearly didn't fight. All right, Cheeto, we need to open up a little bit. Blah, 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 Cheeto. When you throw this... Okay, after the second round, you still haven't fought. Cheeto, we need to open up. We need to get it going. We need to get it going. Then you went to the last round. Cheeto, what the fuck are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. No. Off the gate, you need... All right, Cheeto, you're not fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Fight. Do you want to be here?
Mm-hmm.
I know Cheeto wants to be here. Cheeto's a fucking killer. I love Cheeto. But damn, bro, you gotta, come on, bro. He's too skillful.
And he don't use it.
He's too fucking skillful and powerful and crafty and gritty to just not have any urgency. That's fucking, I hate that. That aggravates the shit out of me, actually. That's the first time we've gone 2 fights, I think, in a row, and you know you have the same fighter. I'm sure we have the same fighter here.
So what? We get it regardless, huh? Both those fights, we get it regardless, no matter decision or knockout.
Right.
Okay.
Straight up, Pedro or Cheeto.
Ooh, that makes me so curious now because I'm happy I went Vera in that instance because he could easily get a knockout if he wanted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Damon Blackshear, Mario Batista. Okay, submission artist. And Damon Blackshear, he's new to the UFC. I want to say this is his 3rd or 4th fight in UFC. He just fought Saturday.
Which is so stupid.
Cody.
But he wants to get up there if he's doing that. He wants it bad.
Cody Garbrandt pulled out of the fight. Damon Blackshear said, put me in, coach. Dana said, okay. That never goes well, in my opinion. Whenever. Because you just went through a full fight camp.
And it was only a week ago.
He took no damage, though. I can't say he took no damage in his last fight. But it's just
like it's not a Gilbert Burns. You had a month or so off. You just fought last week.
Yeah, he just fought. Yeah, and he got back up in weight, so he had to cut those pounds back off. Mm-hmm. It's not good for the human body. With that being said, he is a killer. He's a monster. From what I've seen him fight, okay, he's fighting another beast right here in Mario Batista. Mario Batista is a submission artist. Okay, you see some of the guys in 1 round. 2 rounds. Yeah. He actually got subbed by Corey Sandhagen in 2019, which is crazy because Corey was not a wrestler back then. He was strictly a striker. But strictly off, 14-5, 12-2. Okay. Damon, power in his hands. Good on the ground. Mario. He wants to get to the fight. He wants to get the fight to the ground mostly. Submit you. Can sting you.
Yeah, he can get out how you want it.
Pretty even as far as size. I have Mario Batista winning. Okay. I have it going to. I have him getting finished. I have him finishing Blackshear as well. Mm-hmm. I also have him subbing Blackshear.
Mm-hmm. Round 2?
In the 2nd round.
I couldn't do it, bro. Every time he's gotten a sub, it's in the first round.
That's 100%. But they're late in the first round, too.
Right. That's why I went over if you did go round 1.
Okay, this is good. this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Now our luck is that we. Okay, no, I don't know. This is good. This is good. Mario Batista, 2nd round submission. You had the 1st round submission. This is good.
I went over just in case because I know it's late.
This is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Now we're getting.
I wrote would be Cody because I think Cody would have won that fight. Just letting y'all know.
You think so?
Yeah. I want Cody to come back and just dog everybody up. Not to the title fight, but I just want him to dog some people up. Just say, yeah, I'm still here.
Now we have the fucking future, baby. I'm gonna insert the video. Like I told Blake earlier, every chance I get a chance to plug this video, I'm gonna plug it. So I'm gonna put the video in the video right now. This is the video I'm talking about. What's going on? Woo, man? We on a video. Yeah, we out here, baby. We out here, baby. Let it play.
Do you know how long it is?
That's the video. Yeah, I just played it in my head. That's crazy.
Very. You watched it that many times?
Yeah, that's my nigga. All right, so 12-0. He gets 28-11. Neil Magny. Neil Magny's a motherfucker.
Yeah, he can dog people up too.
He is a motherfucker. And when I say he's a motherfucker, I mean he likes to frustrate you. He's not flashy on the feet. He's not flashy on the ground. He does just enough, and he will clinch you and grind you out. And that frustrates the shit out of people. Ian Gary, we know he is. He's a
round 1 killer. He gonna come out there and try and knock you out round 1. Get that head.
Yeah, he's a beautiful technician, beautiful striker, beautiful on the feet.
I feel like we might have a tie on this one.
Beautiful guy. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Special. Very special. He can stuff takedowns. He's special. He's long for the weight class, even though Neil Magny's longer than him. 80-inch reach advantage. I mean, no, an 80-inch reach at welterweight. That's big. Oh,
I don't think it's going to matter.
Ian Gary is a bad motherfucker. And if it was Jeff Neal, I don't think it'd be any better.
Nah.
because Jeff Neal's short and stocky frame. Ian Gary would just pick him apart from the outside. I love Ian Gary. He's the future. I'm going to say it every single time, Blake, until it happens. He will be a champion in his weight class within 2 to 3 years. It's happening. Okay, we both went the future.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking future, as you can see.
Okay.
I went finish.
Mm-hmm.
KO.
Mm-hmm.
In the second round.
Okay.
You went round 1.
Yeah.
I won the second round because I know Neil Magny's going to want to get off to a quick start.
Right.
And try to clinch a lot.
See, I think he's going to slip up when that happens because to clinch, you got to get into Ian Gary's range.
If he gets out of line, he'll be done in 1. If he gets out of line.
Because I was thinking Ian Gary, he wants to strike. And to strike, he's going to have to get into his range.
Mm-hmm. Which isn't a problem.
Nope.
He would love to do that.
And if he's going to get his range, he's going to tee him up. And I think he's going to get a first-round knockout. And he's done it plenty of times in the UFC and outside of the UFC, first-round knockouts.
So he's going to be a champion in his weight class. When Kamaru Usman fades out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you let Kamaru fade first, and then he's fine.
Give him 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Kamaru's on the decline.
Yeah, sadly.
We gotta understand, like, all the people that we were watching, they're fading out,
Very quickly.
It's gonna be within a year or two. There's gonna be no more Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje.
No more Dustin, no Gaethje, no Conor, no Tony, no Leon, no Kamaru. That list can go on.
Kobe's gonna be at the end of his run. It's gonna be Shavkat's time and Jack Della Melladella's time and Ian Gary's time and Bo Nickal's time and
Bro, I think people fuck around and all those people get out. Khamzat's champ in multiple.
Khamzat's time. Yeah, so it's kind of sad actually. But I think the future's bright in the UFC, bro. I really do. Mm-hmm. One of the people that's carrying the future later on in the video is Sean O'Malley. But yeah, Ian Gary. If Neil Magny gets out of line,
it's a wrap.
He will get KO'd in 1.
I wanted to go round 2. I did because I know Neil can get it to round 2 easy.
But I can see Ian Gary not getting outside of himself. It's a short notice fight too. It's a new opponent. I can see Ian Gary reading the first round, making reads.
Right.
Then kill him in the second round.
Right.
I mean, starch him. I'm talking about not a TKO, a KO.
I just hear the way he talks about people, bruh. He wants that shit immediately. He's ready to go headhunt.
He's a dog.
He's ready to go headhunt right away.
The fucking future. One more time with the video.
What's going on, man? We on a video. Yeah, we out here, baby. We out here, baby.
All right, next fight. Co-main event. Weili Zhang
This one was probably the hardest for me.
versus Amanda Lemos.
And the only reason it was hard is because Weili is one of those complete fighters that she can get it any way that she wants it possible.
Yes.
And I know Amanda can go out there and box with her.
Yes.
But this is Weili. I just watched a video of her picking up Francis Ngannou like it was nothing. If y'all didn't see that video, you should go look at it. She could have deadlifted him easy.
I look at Amanda Lemos as another Jessica Andrade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see that.
A big girl, not a big girl, but a dense. She's very dense with heavy hands, knockout power.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
No.
She's not bad on the ground.
Was it her that can sub people, or was she the person getting subbed by the people? I looked at it earlier. I couldn't remember if she was constantly getting subbed. There was one fighter on this thing, or no, it was the last guy. He gets subbed a lot.
Neil Magny?
Yeah, he gets subbed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sub. That's the decision. Yeah, there's more KOs, but there was a couple of subs on there. 3 of them. There you go.
So, yeah. I look at her as another Jessica Andrade. It was funny they fought. Jessica Andrade subbed her. That's actually kind of hilarious.
I think Weili has 11 first round knockouts, I think it was.
Weili's a fucking dog. She's a finisher. She is a finisher. Zhang Weili. I mean,
That's a man.
what is there missing? I look at her and I see no holes. On the feet, defensively, offensively, in the clinch, on the ground, on top and on bottom. She could retire as one of the greatest if she keeps on this run, running through girls. Like, I feel like she's going to run through girls. We both have Weili winning the fight. Let's not be around the bush. It's just how.
It's just how.
It's just how.
So
It's
I
Weili by murder. By however the fuck she wants.
I didn't know whether to say, okay, she knows Amanda's going to go out there and try and stay on the feet, so she's going to try and take her down and go for a sub. But then I was like, okay, well, she can also sub. Like, Amanda can also be on the ground and sub if she wants to. So maybe she'll just stay on the feet and stand and bang. So that's what I went with. That's where I go to my finish.
We have, once again, a different prediction.
I went with a KO.
I have Amanda Lima. I'm just playing. I have Zhang Weili
Sub.
finishing her
Sub.
in the second round.
I
With a sub.
I went third.
With a sub.
Knockout.
Rear naked choke. They should get. I think Weili takes her back. I think Amanda gasses herself out, trying to go for a finish because she knows she needs to get Zhang out there early, and she makes a mistake and she gets her back taken, or she gets hurt, and she's just a motherfucker to finish, so she gets subbed. Another prediction where our predictions are different. This is great.
Every fight has been different so far.
This is great.
Every fight matters so far.
This is great, but these are both possible outcomes.
I already know the next fight is going to also be different. You fucking asshat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it first. The pink poodle. Oh.
I had to go different. I just couldn't
The red poodle.
vote. Couldn't vote against. Fuck you, Aljo.
So, in honor of Sean O'Malley, I have the pink microphone. Okay? He's carrying the new school of fighters, the new waves of fighters. Okay? We have Aljamain Sterling, 23-3. We have Sean O'Malley, 16-1. Whoa, 16-0, if you ask him. And one no contest, which was actually the Pedro Munoz eye poke. 5'7", 5'11". I don't think the frames are going to matter. Actually, the frames are going to matter. I'll get to it later. Same.
It'll matter on the ground.
Identical reach. Okay. Sean O'Malley. Everybody looks at Sean O'Malley as one of these fast starters. I don't see it. I actually see Sean. Like, whenever I watch Sean O'Malley, I don't see him come out of the gate and start. I see him come out of the gate and fight you, but not go for the kill. For instance, Conor McGregor. Bell rings, he's in your face. He's trying to kill you. Okay? Sean O'Malley, he's making reads. He's feigning. He's throwing certain shots to see how you react to certain shots. He's not trying to knock you out. He's fighting you. He's going to hit you with some low kicks. He's going to feint some uppercuts. He just want to see how your reactions are.
I feel like he does that for the first half of the round.
First half of the round, yeah. Because when he fought Peter Yan was putting the pressure on Sean, which is something that Peter Yan just does. So it may have just been Peter Yan, but when Sean O'Malley fought Pedro Munoz, bro, that fight was one of the most boring Sean O'Malley fights ever because he didn't fight. Just made reads. And Pedro didn't react to any of Sean O'Malley's feints. Pedro did, like, the greatest job ever against Sean O'Malley's feints. He didn't react to any feints so much to where Sean was just like, okay, I guess I'll leg kick here. And he wouldn't actually, and then he ended up getting poked in the eye, and then the fight was just a wash. After a no contest, he gets fast-tracked to the number one ranked fighter, number one bantamweight in the world, Peter Yan. And wins. Right?
I still want to watch that fight back.
It's ridiculous. I don't want to start. I don't want to do this, okay? I don't want to do this. But I think the UFC is looking for a new star at bantamweight. Because Aljo's not the most marketable. Aljo's actually not as big of a draw as people think, or
But
as
the
he
sugar
wants
show
to be.
is.
And Sean O'Malley is. And the UFC is a business at the end of the day. But there's no way in hell Sean O'Malley should be fighting for a title right now. And I say this because Corey Sandhagen's not fighting for a title right now.
Right.
Actually, Corey Sandhagen has never fought for a title. He's only fought for an interim title against Peter Yan, which he lost. Marab's not fighting for a title, obviously, because it's
obviously.
Aljamain
Or
Sterling.
he'd probably have it right now.
Right. There's no way in hell Sean O'Malley got to a title fight without fighting Corey Sandhagen, rematching Chito Vera, rematching Pedro Munoz, not fighting Marab. See what I'm trying to say here? He skipped all of them. He skipped about 9 contenders and went straight to Peter Yan and won a very, very questionable decision. So I'm down to rewatch that fight one day. And now he's in a title fight. He didn't have to fight Henry Cejudo. He didn't even have to fight TJ Dillashaw. Well, no, he couldn't have fought TJ Dillashaw.
If you want to give him the benefit of the doubt,
He didn't even
Marab wasn't as big at the time.
Right.
Peter was coming off of a loss.
But he was ranked ahead of him.
That's true. Marab was coming off of a loss. Or it's not Marab, sorry. Peter Yan was coming off of a loss to who did he fight last? To Aljo. Or Aljo and lost to Marab.
Right, right.
So
but
who was he really going to fight?
O'Malley was next in line before that fight even happened.
Really?
O'Malley was next in line. Ever since O'Malley beat Peter Yan, he knew he was next.
Right.
It was just win. He knew he had a title shot. And I think it's bullshit. I think he's fast-tracked. I'm not going to say I don't think he's ready. Because you're in the UFC. You train with some dogs. You've been working on your jiu-jitsu. You're ready. Ish. But you've been fast-tracked, bro. You didn't fight anybody in the top 5 besides Peter Yan, and I think you lost the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Aljamain Sterling, on the other hand, he's been beating guys. Okay? And I talk about how Sean O'Malley wants to make those reads. Aljo's funky, bro. You can't really make reads on Aljo, bro. He's funky, bro. He's just dipping to He's funky. He's funky. I know one thing, the same thing I said about Neil Magny, though. If Aljo gets out of line,
it's a wrap.
He's getting KO'd.
It's a wrap.
If you come in there with them ugly-ass hooks, oh, Sean's going to find your chin, no problem. You'll be done. But if he comes out and throws that jab, because he's a beautiful jab, and he throws those body kicks, and he throws those leg kicks, and he clinches, Sean O'Malley's in trouble. I think Sean O'Malley's in trouble. You want to say anything about the fight before we predict? Okay. Wow. After Funk Master by mauling Sean O'Malley. And
is that what you wrote?
Oh, mauled. Yeah. He gets mauled. And subbed in 1 round.
I got Sean KO round 1.
Let's talk about it.
Now, obviously, after round 1, there's probably no shot for Sean O'Malley.
I wouldn't say no shot.
I would say no shot.
If Aljo gets out of line at any point in this fight, any point. But Sean's also a fighter. He has to get in the groove.
That, like I'm saying,
he has to get it going.
I think there's no shot because if Sean doesn't go out there and tee him up round 1, I think he gets subbed round 1. I don't think it goes to another round. I think if Aljo at any point in time,
so you think if Aljo gets his hand on him, gets his hands around him?
Yeah, I think if Aljo gets Sean on the ground at any point in time, the fight is probably over. So I'm thinking Sean knows the way he's been talking in his interviews and stuff. The way he's talking.
Oh, he said by any means, do not let him hold you. Do not let him grab you. That's what he said at the press conference. By any means. That's it. He was asked, what's your mindset going into the fight? By no means can Aljamain grab me or get a hold of me. Along those lines. But I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
I mean, you're good. I think he knows that he has to go out there and find his head and get him out of there. Because if he gets grabbed, it's a wrap. Yeah. So I think Sean knows. He got to go out there, and he's got to team up round 1. We saw with Cejudo. Cejudo was trying to go out there, make Aljo faint. Like, not faint, react. And he was a little bit. I think Sean will make him react, and then it'll be night-night. That's how I got it going.
Okay.
I think it takes a nice little uppercut, and Aljo's on his ass. Because Sean's done that to plenty of people. I think he's one of the better strikers in the UFC, in my opinion.
It's not a horrible take. It's not a bad take, actually. One thing, I'm about to point out a few things. I'm just going to ask you simple questions. Who do you think has more power, Peter Yan or Sean O'Malley?
Peter's short.
I'm genuinely asking because I don't know if I know.
Me neither. I mean, obviously
Sean has more knockouts, but it's
right. Obviously, Peter's more stocky. Like, his hands are heavy as fuck. But Sean, I think he adds up quicker.
He got pop.
Yeah,
got that pop.
He's got pop to him. Absolutely, he's stiffed plenty of people. I think his shots are just quick and they add up more. Like, he's got more cleaner shots. As Yan, he just has full power.
When I was younger, Sean O'Malley's knockouts used to impress me, but as I get older, they're less impressive. And the reason I feel like they're less impressive is because they're against nobodies. Some of these people aren't
absolutely they're against nobody.
Some of these people aren't in the UFC anymore.
But bro, it's so clean.
It is.
It's clean as fuck, and he stiffs people to the floor. Like, they are nobodies. I get that.
When I seen him fight Peter Yan, I seen Peter Yan not only piece him up, but Sean O'Malley did his thing in the fight. I'm not gonna, come on, man, it was a good fight. But I seen Peter Yan like box, step in, clinch against the cage, and at one point, Peter Yan took O'Malley's back.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Peter Yan doesn't have the skills to take your back and climb you and choke you, but Aljo does.
I don't think he rocked Sean to do that though. Like, I don't think he can beat up on Sean to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is if he goes for a takedown or something, he's got it. But I don't think he can pressure like Peter Yan did to be able to take his back.
I also think about like this. We saw Aljo wrestle Henry. For one, Henry's a gold medalist.
Mm-hmm.
But for two, he's short and stocky.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it easier to defend wrestling. Like, for instance, Volk. Islam was having he was having a hard ass time wrestling Volk. Shit. But when he fights somebody long, it's rap.
Yeah, it's easy. Light work.
When Aljo fought Corey Sandhagen, who was long, it was bad.
It was over.
Aljo got those. He got that long torso for me to put my hands around. He got the long neck for me to take. I feel like opening bell, Aljo comes out with kicks. He's being funky. He's being weird as hell. Sean's trying to feint, trying to earn some respect. And that's one thing. Sean's striking and Aljo's striking, it's just different. It's just levels. But I feel like Aljo's not going to give your striking any respect because he doesn't respect your wrestling. So he feels like if he does get hurt and he grabs you, I'm okay. I just know they're going to be dry for that first 2 or 3 minutes. And when you're dry and Aljo gets you, god damn. You dry. He clinches you, trips you or whatever, climbs your back, dry, gets the hooks in. And he's so patient. He's so patient. He's not going to try to rush or choke and lose a position.
He's going to find that exact right moment to get you.
I'm punching you. And
then shoot right there.
Oh, yeah. Didn't work? Okay, I'm punching you. Bro, it's bad. It's bad. But what I do think is if O'Malley survives the first round, it doesn't let Aljo build confidence, I think we got us a good fight.
That's why
I think it'd be competitive.
That's why I'm happy on like some of our fights we went different fighters.
Yeah.
Because
now I just need Aljo to win and you just need Sean.
Yep. Like did you go against Cheeto? You went against Cheeto,
I went
right?
Pedro Munoz.
Yeah. The two people that I went, they can get a knockout at any point. So that's why I'm still confident in my choices. Because although it may not be round 1, I can still get it later. But I can also easily get subbed out this fight.
Every single fight has been a different
either fighter or
prediction.
round.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. There's no tiebreakers here.
No.
I mean, there's no ties unless... No, there's no ties. I mean
unless they go no contest.
Let's just do, yeah.
Like, it would have to be something stupid.
Like, I'm trying to see, because there are some fights where we pick the same fighter. So if we pick the same fighter and the other fighter wins, it obviously doesn't matter.
Right.
But let me see.
Same fighter, maybe different round.
This one, somebody has to win.
Mm-hmm.
That he could win this and it wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
He can win this and it wouldn't matter. She could win this and it wouldn't matter.
Hmm.
And then this one can go either way.
Every fight.
Then worst case scenario, we got this. So like, it's gonna be so great.
It's gonna be a stressful card. I think this is probably our most stressful card we've had.
I think this card ends in a.
I think this card ends in me being champ. What up?
I think this card ends in a way to where the champion will be clear as day. There won't be any narratives. There won't be any. Let me see. Like,
I'm not thinking any words. I can't help you.
no asterisks. I mean, there's gonna be no ties. There's gonna be a clear. You got more right than me. I got more right than you. You are the champion. I am the champion. And new, baby.
Haha, very
Spin
funny.
die hard.
Yeah. Mic drop. You's a bitch.
What's going on, man?
We on a video.
Yeah, we out here, baby. We out here, baby. Ah!